Hello, it's me again, the buyer, and we're back in automation in our luxury campaign playthrough, and we're driving the third generation of the Bramble, this time the wagon version, because we got work to do in this episode. The third generation Bramble maybe turned out a bit too modern from the front. Yeah, this is not my strong era in car design. Let's say it's future-proof, so it can run for 12 years or something like that and still look up to date. In this episode, as I said, we are going to have a lot of work, and mostly that's because Ahana and Dalua have opened up for us, and that means we need to make a facelift of every single car so that we can prepare them for the local regulations and sell them there. I'm very excited to see if we are able to sell a few of our luxury cars and luxury eco cars to Ahana, where they don't have a lot of money, but definitely our cars will be desirable, and also what Dalua will contribute, because Dalua just has rich people, not many of them, but all of them are rich, and our cars should be a really good fit. We already are in deep trouble with regards to pre-orders. Many people want our cars and we cannot keep up with production. That's typically a bad thing because less people will buy our cars because they have to wait for so long. So let's see if we can also add a few more factories wherever we need them. But I won't do a larger factory upgrade during runtime of a car model, because then people will have to wait even longer during the factory shutdown. So let's head into the office and see how we can progress. And here we are, and first thing I'm noticing is that the Bramble has the wrong version number, so first thing to do is to fix that one. So that's fixed. And let's take a quick look at the situation. Bramble is currently being engineered. We will need a quick facelift in 92 to bring it to the new markets. The Avon is just new on the market and already has a lot of pre-orders, but here we are slowly able to sell them. But here you can already see the delivery delay penalty of around 50%. That means our affordability is crushed by our delivery delay, and yeah, this is something we need to take care of in the future. I'd rather not run my factory at max shifts later on and more really have all the sales that we get. Maybe we can also raise our pre-order prices, because if they already have to pay 50% for the pre-order, maybe they don't even consider pre-ordering. I wonder if we can say if you want to pre-order, you have to pay more than the actual car price, let's say 150%, but then you're the first one to get one. That would be excellent marketing, I guess. Yeah, the Godwit is our biggest problem. It's just getting more and more pre-orders. I think the only thing we can do there is to raise the price. Cleres will also be back soon with a facelift version, so within this year we should be able to push it to the new markets. And the Winley also needs a replacement, and this is the new car for this episode. And probably this is what we will start with. The old Bramble still is here on the list because I still have 7 vehicles in stock. So let's sell them for scrap, and then it should clear from the list. Alright, that's done. And let's head to our engineers and create a new Winley. Yeah, the goal here is probably to make it cheap, but maybe I will still go for partial aluminium. Make it a bit lighter. This should be our eco car. The predecessor had our Economy V12 in it. For this one I probably build a new engine. We could also base it on 1.5 liter V6, our F1 project. Let's see if we can do that. So yeah, our basic setup: independent suspension all around, semi-trailing arm in the rear. Better than torsion beam, which would be the logical choice, but I think that's in general looking alright. And then let's see what we can do engine wise. The newest one is the inline 6, and we have 6 liter V12. We have our F1 engine, the V6 here, and 17-year-old V12 from the first Winley. I guess we need a new engine. And maybe let's just say it's a completely new concept, and we have seen that people don't believe the Eco V12 story. So let's go for something else. Let's go for a V6. I think that should be quite fine. and still is a very premium option. From displacement point of view, I want to be smaller than the 1.5. I'd rather go for 1 liter maybe, but then turbocharge it. I go for a rather large bore to make it breathe properly. Low friction cast for economy, that's the special choice here. And else I will just build a good base engine. We have very good familiarity already with multipoint, that's excellent. So the green color tells us our familiarity, and this is looking really well. Okay, we could rev it to the moon. I think 8000 is about right. VVT. That would be then for a naturally aspirated engine, quite alright. I think I'd go with it, gives us a lot more efficiency. Fuel will be relevant, especially for Ahana. So 91 is probably available everywhere, so let's go for that. So that would be our base engine, but I still don't like the efficiency. Can we get a bit more out of this without making it too expensive? Could go for 5 valve, but that costs quite a bit. Let's try at least to get it to 70 horsepower. Intake manifold is maybe... but we need the mid. Could also go for variable, but the gains are low. The header is a bit small. Okay. 69. Yeah, nice. So let's see what we can make out of this one. Alright, that's it. I'm a lot more pleased with the design for this one compared to the original Winley. It's also quite modern, but it will take until the end of the 90s until it's on the market. And I think there it's alright. And yeah, let's make it complete then. And most importantly, fix the wheel offsets. The gearbox choices are made for drivability. Pretty standard. Base trim maybe. Let's try hard long life for better economy. Do we still get away with drum brakes or do we take solid disc? Familiarity is there at least. And it's more about the price. Let's see. So now under tray. None would be obvious. Semi-clad if we say economy. It's heavy. 12 kilos. Let's see what we do here. I have a bit of lips at least in the rear. So I need to reduce the wing angles. This is the 2+2 version. Luxury interior as always. And I think this one will now be the first one to get a CD player. I need to wait for 2 more months to get standard player. Premium is quite expensive. So this one already costs a lot of tech pool to get the CD player. And I don't know if our city car entry-level model is the best one to introduce the CD player. So cassette I think is fine. And rather crank up the quality. Next time we will certainly get the new CD player. Here we could go now for electric. Even though it feels very bad, it will be excellent for fuel economy. And I think it doesn't need traction control but ABS. And suspension will be pretty standard. Drivability graph looks already really nice. We are bottoming out like crazy. I think the tires were not properly set up yet. Yeah. Maybe it's sitting a bit high, but I think we need it to get rid of the bottoming out. I think it is overall already looking pretty nicely. We are also scoring very well, even though I didn't even set up my brakes. Gearing. Everything currently done in 4th gear. We're currently at 6.6 liters. Maybe we can push this below 6 would be nice. Yeah, easy. Just playing with the gear ratios. Have an overdrive, basically. Just make it a bit more premium with alloy wheels. Now for the brakes, I think drum would be fine. And we don't lose a lot of stats. We have a bit of brake fade in utility, but I don't really care. And in general the stats are looking very nice. I have a nice mix of 2- and 4-seater demographics in there. So yeah, I said this is the 2+2 trim. Yeah, we need to crank up interior quality a bit. Yeah, pretty quick build I would say, looking nicely. It's probably a bit less fun than the predecessor because it doesn't have a lot of power and doesn't have a V12. Yeah, we could turbocharge it. I will try at least, but first build the 2-seater version. And I just want to see what else we could do. We could also build a convertible. Is there a market for that? Convertible budget. Yeah, maybe. Can definitely try. So we have a hardtop convertible there, and we also would have a van, small one. I don't want to go into the van, I guess. I think with the new Bramble we will cover the family market. So let's try this. Isn't it cute? Just need to remove a few parts here. Detachable hardtop. Thought it would be something else. Doesn't look too nice. but it also has a lot of convertible penalties because of the hardtop. And they all want a sedan. What is this? It's a coupe. Yeah, I'll go for the normal convertible, I guess. And then we at least can get rid of convertible penalties. A lot of penalty with regards to seat count and body type. And they also say affordability, but we will get that down. I will just go with it. I like the car. It's quite nice, I think. Maybe give it a bit of a more happy color. Oh, is that happy enough or too heavy? Let's take this one. And I also need to recolor the two-seater version. And I think in general we would be fine, but I want to just check out how a turbocharged car would do. A bit more power. So this is just the auto tune, and I think it's pretty good. Fuel consumption, it's not a big improvement. And it's also not more affordable. So let's kick it again. We also need to kick the turbo engine again from our project. Wow, this one is quite quick to engineer, and currently we're sitting at 3.5 years. I will definitely give it 5 years until it's getting out, and I will make it more efficient in manufacturing. That will be the most important thing, that we raise our margin there. And we can see here the production unit it takes, and here the material costs per car. And here we can see with this slider we can reduce the production units. And with this one we can reduce the material costs, but raise production units, so don't overdo it. And just have in mind where we started. So 50/50 was 89 production units and almost 4K material cost. I cut the material costs by about $400 and production units by about 10. And still I'm below 6 years, and also the project is quite cheap. Let's kick the turbo engine, and then let's see here. Here we have a bit of a bigger problem, or it's not really a problem. I can also give them a bit more money to play with, and then also optimize a little bit. So here we have an Eco V12 factory, again on a plot size that's not large enough. I should really buy larger plots. I will probably have another iteration of the Winley within this Let's Play, so I will make a future-proof version of an engine factory. And we have the money right now, so a huge plot, and again we go to Fuenia, that's also cheaper. But for now I think a large factory is alright. I aim for a large 2 for now, just random choice. Maintenance building is definitely a good thing. Probably also the QA testing and expanded offices. Will be an expensive project again. We'll pay our workers. 2K for an engine, yeah, not the best. But it's also quite advanced with VVT and aluminium. 2K exactly. At least the Winley is already on a large plot, so we can just extend the factory. Still, we got the limited production flag because of leather luxury interior. The production is lined up very nicely with the engine. Yeah, looking excellent. So if we want to increase or reduce our production, we can just increase or decrease the factory size. Okay, but now I run into problems here when I go into automation. So let's do it like this. Oh yeah, it was pretty worn down already, so we need to get this one out. The good thing is now with this car we are building it after 1990s, so it will immediately be available in Ahana and Dalua as well. Numbers are looking alright. We're at 1 shift, so there's room for improvement. No margin for the convertible is probably not so nice. Convertible will not be a good car, that's for sure. They also don't have a lot of budget there. So we'll raise the prices a little bit, and this time I will increase the deposit. And unfortunately we can just go to 100%, not 150. Let's just try 50% for now. So that should be quite an obstacle for our buyers to really think about if they need a Winley or not. Pricing, let's say 10k for the 4-seater, 9k for this one, and the convertible definitely needs to cost at least 10. Yeah, numbers are looking alright. Still at around 1 shift. I think this should be good. And with that we have an overall cost of 2.4 billion. Ouch, and we currently don't have a very good credit score. I'd take around 75% maybe. And just hope that it will work. And hope for the best. Alright, then this is one thing done. So the Winley is clear, the Bramble is clear. We need a facelift for the Cleres, but currently there's still one going on. So we have to wait until then. For the Godwit and for the Avon we can start immediately. And for the Bramble we'll also have to do it later. So let's start with the Avon and create a new facelift there. So I'm not sure if I actually need to deactivate the modification to make it sell on the new market, but I guess we will have to do that. And I just make no changes. That should make the facelift pretty quick. Yeah, 1 month of engineering time. And I will not update the factory because it's in perfect condition. But our prices are messed up, of course. Alright. Avon, no loan. 81 million just to bring it to the market. And then the Godwit, our problem child, and this one will be quite expensive to repay all of those pre-orders. So they have 7,000 pre-orders, 10%, 7,000 times 4k is about 30 million. We have to repay, that's okay. I hope I didn't miscalculate and it's not 300 million. At some point it will need a proper facelift with an engine update and so, but for now I think it is still alright. Why does this one now take 9.6 months? Huh. Probably an interior option that changed or something, I don't know. But we will also just do it, right? It's not a big problem and we can try to reduce our pre-orders a bit by increasing the price of the previous version. Engine factory is overworked. Not the best. And here I will definitely increase prices, it's insane. So this is a good 10 or 20k increase. And then we're at the upper limit, so I'd rather say even more. And then we have a really nice margin on this one. And a bit of, yeah, still a bit of a gap because Dalua and so on, they will like it as well. Yeah, I'm not too happy about the engine factory, but let's first get it out there. No loan, just 15 million, that's alright. Not sure about which fuel this car has, so this is also something to check out later. And now let's do something about this. problem we have here. So we will lose 50% of our pre-orders immediately. It says we don't need that many shifts, but why am I not able to fulfill our demand? Okay, that's the two things we could do now. Cleres will be done at the end of the year, and Bramble when it's released. Winley is fine then, and then I think we're through. So then marketing for HANA and Dalur. Important stuff. This is looking not so nicely here yet. I just copy something over from Gasmir, right? And maybe increase it a bit here because it doesn't cost anything at all. We're currently also in a bit of a recession. So next month will hurt. Yeah, 270 million, mostly returned deposits. And a lot of factory construction is also going on right now. Let's see if it normalizes again. I hope at least. Still losing a lot of money. But the Avon is back. Okay, Avon is online. Godwit not yet. And this is what is currently also causing a lot of problems. I'm starting to get concerned. Winley is doing nicely and also still increasing the pre-orders. I hope we will be fine once they pre-order the new one. Yeah, we really need the Cleres and the Godwit to be released. Higher factory refresh costs, excellent, another 25 million. And another 31 million, nice. And I think I'm running out of money. Okay, Cleres is back. Wow, the pre-orders. Oh, that's pretty insane. Didn't I update the pricing? Oh no, that's just the normal facelift. It still needs one. It still needs the update for the lure, but I guess I need to wait for the Godwit to see how much money I actually have. Another 20 million. I need to turn down my marketing a bit. There's just no way. I mean, the Godwit is back now. One more month. And then let's see if we need to adjust things. Okay. Almost back. So now I feel confident enough to update the Cleres again. $21 million. Paid without any loan. Okay. Needed to repay the pre-orders for the new Cleres, and that was a big mistake now. I acquired 800 million of a loan at 10%. Excellent. At least I'm not done yet with my campaign. Godwit is back. Cleres is back. And we're back in the plus. Finally. Turning it around. While we are repaying 56 million a month of loan. Okay. That means we can sail on further. And the only one that still needs a facelift is the Bramble later on. Bramble II is also still there. No pre-orders left over. Yeah, pre-order situation is a lot better now. Godwit, it seems like we are able to fulfill them at some point. And Bramble is already cranking up a lot as well. Yeah, company valuation is a bit of a problem. but we're making as much revenue as never before, so we see the effect of the new markets. Maybe let's take a look at what we already sell in Ahana and Dalur. So, Ahana, oh no, that's Dalur. Pretty wide coverage, overall around 1.5% of market share, but our prestige and reputation is already going up. And in Ahana, yes, they also like our, so most cars we sell there is the Avon and the van with the V10, 6-liter V10. Excellent. Best selling car there. But room for improvement, I would say. And while we're at it, let's check the other markets. Very good here in Gasmia in the upper ranges, and still not very good everywhere else. Yeah, very too expensive, I guess. But we see that we cannot expand any faster and produce more and reduce pricing because, yeah, our company valuation doesn't allow us to get any more credit. I'm still losing a bit of money, but that's alright, because I'm repaying a loan. Can't wait until the Bramble is there, because then our company valuation should get up into the positive, hopefully. Maybe let's see what the old Bramble is doing. Because the new one is waiting, the old one doesn't sell as much, and that's also the reason for most of our financial problems. But it's good that it's quite smooth sailing now. We had quite a bit of activity there during the change to Dalur and Ahana, but now it has settled down and it is somewhat stable. And we have almost reached 1993 now, and we see really nicely the effect of increased pre-orders of the Bramble. So less people are buying the old one, and that's why this ever so slightly my revenue goes down, because I only get the 10% deposit on the Bramble 3, but this will help us in the long term. Also, we have too many Cleres as of now, and they are not selling a lot. Also an effect of the Bramble, they rather buy the Bramble than the Cleres, looks like. I could decrease the price at some point, yeah, but I'm not sure about that yet. Pre-orders of the Winley are currently also finally going down, because the new one is probably also starting to be pre-ordered. Yeah, it just starts. But also an effect of the Bramble. All of my models have a bit of an overlap, and whenever there's a new model and the Bramble is quite affordable, then other cars will suffer, and the Bramble is a good car. So Bramble is there. Let's see the effect it has on our sales, and there we are back pretty nicely in the positive, and we also have some company valuation. Really nice. 25 million this month, and yeah, next step would be to get the Bramble also to Dalur and Ahana, but I guess we do that in next episode. And next episode also will see a new Cleres. The best car in the world will be updated. And also we need to phase out the old Winley. The new one is 2 years away. Looking forward to that. So 3 topics next time. Get rid of the Winley, new Cleres, and update of the Bramble. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all again next time for these tasks. So thanks for watching, and bye bye.